Let's unravel the mystery of relative clauses. Hello there, language learners. Welcome to another enlightening lesson in our series on intermediate English grammar. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of relative clauses. More importantly, we will be focusing on understanding the different types of relative clauses. So get ready to uncover the secrets of this essential grammar point and boost your English language skills. Before we dive into the types, let's remind ourselves about what a relative clause is. A relative clause is a kind of clause that typically comes after a noun to give us more information about it. In other words, these clauses help specify or clarify the noun we are talking about. And guess what? They're called relative because they relate back to this noun. For example, consider the sentence, "The man who is wearing a blue shirt is my uncle." Here, who is wearing a blue shirt is the relative clause relating to the noun, the man. There are two main types of relative clauses, defining and non-defining. But what does that mean? Defining relative clauses. Defining relative clauses, also known as restrictive clauses, are crucial to the meaning of a sentence because they define or limit the noun they modify. They're often essential in understanding exactly what or who the speaker is referring to. For example, in the sentence, "People who smoke should quit," the defining relative clause, "who smoke," is essential because it tells us exactly which people the sentence is talking about. Non-defining relative clauses. On the other hand, non-defining relative clauses, also known as non-restrictive clauses, provide additional information that could be removed without changing the fundamental meaning of the sentence. They're usually separated by commas. For instance, in the sentence, "My brother, who lives in New York, is a doctor," the non-defining relative clause, "who lives in New York," just provides extra information about the brother. The main message, that the speaker's brother is a doctor, remains the same even if we remove this clause. In relative clauses, we often use words like who, whom, whose, which, and that for defining relative clauses, and whom, whose, and which for non-defining relative clauses. These are known as relative pronouns. We also use relative adverbs like when, where, and why. For example, "The day when I graduated was unforgettable," or "The place where we met was beautiful." So there you have it. You've just learned about the types of relative clauses in English, defining and non-defining. You've also seen some examples of relative pronouns and adverbs in action. Remember, mastering these will not only make your English more accurate but also more fluent and natural. Keep practicing and stay tuned for our next lesson where we will dive deeper into how to use these relative clauses effectively. Thanks for watching, and remember, the key to learning is consistency. Keep going and you'll see great improvement. Happy learning, and see you in our next video.